If you're looking at moving here to Bellingham and you want a new construction house, but you're tired of seeing townhomes or condos all over the map on Zillow or Redfin, well, I have some good news for you because the King Mountain community, one of Bellingham's only master plan communities, is finally being developed and the very first house has been built. So let's tour what this community is like and what the actual houses will look like. So many of you relocate here to Bellingham, and not just in Bellingham, but other parts here in Whatcom County. So let's talk about King Mountain. Let's first, before we get into looking at the first built home, let's talk a little bit about the community and let's talk about the location, because there's some really good things about this location, maybe some things that you may not like, and I want you guys to kind of know, and I will do probably a two-part series on this one. First part, like I said, it's only been one house that has been built. Two more are under construction. It's December of 2025, so it's very, very early, but I wanted to get you guys this video so you know exactly what to expect if you're looking at buying here in the future. Now, King Mountain, we're just right off of Bakerview, so we're a little bit more north of Bellingham, northeast side of Bellingham. Bakerview is one of the more busier areas or streets. Thankfully, we're about maybe a mile-ish or so away from Bakerview. And what happened earlier this summer was in an intersection of Bakerview and James, they put a big roundabout. So making traffic super smooth, really nice. And they did that in preparation because of this development. So the development's gonna have in phase one, just about 100 homes. There's gonna be 3 or 4 phases, let alone. Now, sorry if I get short of breath. We're on King Mountain. King Mountain, as you can tell, it's on a mountain. It's got hills, you're gonna go up, you're gonna go down. Now, so we're probably 5 minutes away from the Bellis Fair Mall. You're gonna have Target, you're gonna have Dick's Sporting Goods, you have Macy's, you're gonna have other shops in there, which is great. Our mall isn't what it used to be, probably just like most malls here in America. Now, just a few minutes past the Bellis Fair Mall, you're gonna have Costco, you're gonna have Fred Meyer's, and then a new Chick-fil-A is actually opening up right next to the mall, which is really nice. So once you go on Bakerview, you can go north up to there. You're just gonna be a few minutes away from the Cordata Parkway Center, where there's a Trader Joe's. There's also gonna be a brand new Old Navy that's gonna go right next to Trader Joe's and Cordata. So you're gonna have Best Buy, you're gonna also have Texas Roadhouse. So that whole community is growing and it's really cool. Now, what the great thing about this part or this section of Bellingham is now if you head a little bit south, you're actually probably less than 10 minutes away from Barkley, where you have Hagen's grocery shopping, shops, dining. You're gonna have the movie theater, which is gonna be really good. Again, Bellingham, you're 15 minutes away from Bellingham. So I pretty much kind of took that line. Like if you're in Houston, you're 2 hours away from Houston. Bellingham, same thing. You're 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops to anything and everything in Bellingham. And this location makes getting onto the freeway super easy because you can go down James Street, hop on the Sunset exit, or go up to Meridian, hop on the Bellis Fair one as well. So the location, really good. Now with the new community, especially in Bellingham, it makes things difficult because the city and the county, they're really hard to deal with. So a lot of these lots are going to be tighter within each other. Some of these houses that were built over the last couple of years are bigger, will have views of the water. Walkability is great. You're gonna see people walking their dogs, whatever it may be. They're gonna be closer together. And that's where you're gonna get. So if you're tired of townhomes and condos, these are gonna be standalone houses here in Bellingham. Really hard to find any new construction in Bellingham that's gonna be standalone. So as you see, as we're walking behind me, a lot of these houses in the background are bigger, probably 2,200 to 3,000 square feet. The first phase here will be more 1,600 to 1,900 square feet, more introductory level homes. Price probably around 700, 800,000, depending where the market is. Again, the very first house that has been built here, it's built and it's $750,000 and it's 1,600 square feet. Now, for those of you that are thinking that's a lot of money, yes, that's just kind of where the Bellingham market is. Again, this is the very first house that just went on 2 days ago. So by the time you see this video, that house might have sold for a lot less. It could have been restructured. It could have been, there's a lot of different things that could have happened with that price. So keep in mind when you're watching this, prices could have changed, so that's why you should always reach out to me. I'll get you updated prices, or go on Redfin or Zillow. Now for this community, this was all annexed into the city about 2010. And in 2016 to 2022, that's when they built a lot of these houses and making them really nice. And they took a couple of years off, and now they're rebuilding them again. So phase 1, you're probably gonna have 100 homes or so. Phase 2, probably another 100 homes. There's gonna be a mixture of townhomes, there's gonna be a mixture of multifamily, and there's gonna be 2 or 3 apartment buildings here somewhere tucked away. I mean, there's a couple hundred acres here. This project is gonna be about 10 to 15 years until it's probably all completed. Now, for anybody who's watching and they're local, this James Street will probably, their plan is to bust through all the way to Van Wyck Road. So will that happen? Yes, but there's also another option. If you're looking at it from a satellite view, East Stewart, where Walmart is, that could actually punch through all the way over here. There's already a stoplight. You're right next to Walmart. Traffic would be a lot easier because if you go to Van Wyck Road, there's no stoplight at the intersection of Meridian and Van Wyck, so that turning left would be pretty difficult. So East Stewart, you'd have that stoplight, which would make it really nice. And again, that accessibility to get to that north part by Walmart, by Cordata Parkway, all that stuff where Best Buy and Texas Roadhouse is, would be really, really nice. So they wanted to make this community feel like a community. It's a little bit more on the east side of Bellingham, so you're kind of tucked away up on the hill of King Mountain. But there's a lot of interurban trails that they will build around here. People will walk through the community. They have a park just 2 minutes away that's on the east side of the Cruston Way that's almost developed. So if you're looking at houses on Cruston Way, when I did that video, homes there are being sold for, you know, around $850,000. Those are gonna be a little bit bigger. I think the premium finishes will be better. The homes here are gonna be more of introductory spec homes. You're not gonna have a lot of those upgrade packages. I'm sure they will have some upgrades to it. Again, it's pretty early, but it's definitely gonna be in a price point in Bellingham where the average price point is over 800,000. So being in that 700 to 750,000 price range is gonna be below the average, which will be nice. So if you're looking at a brand new construction home and you wanna be in town, close to everything, and you don't want a townhome or a condo, these might be a really good option. And these will be built, and you'll be able to reserve some lots. So if you're looking at moving here in the spring or fall or whenever it is, reach out to me. Let's get you reserved on some of these lots, because you just might need to put down a very small earnest money, and that's it. So that is part 1 so far. Let's go inside. Let's take a look at this newer home that was just built, about 1,600 square feet. Listed at $750,000 right now in December of 2025. And let's go take a look, see what you like. Let me know what it is. If you guys like this house, whether it's this one or any others here in Bellingham or Whatcom County, let me know. I've helped a lot of you guys relocate here to Bellingham. So let's go inside. Okay, so this is the front of the house, little 1,600 square foot home. This is what this one being built. This will be done in a couple of weeks. Kind of gives you an idea of some finishes of what it could look like. And also, we'll give you guys some other renderings of the other model homes that they're thinking of having. So as we walk in, this will be a 2-story home. So the primary will be on the main. As you walk in, you'll have the kitchen over here. You're gonna have the living area. So pretty good sized living area. You're gonna have your vaulted ceilings up top, making it nice, making it feel bigger. So this direction will actually be south. So you're gonna have the primary over here as well. This will be the kitchen. So nice, nice home, brand new, builder grade. You're gonna have the LVP flooring, under cabinet lights. You're gonna have, over here is your guest bathroom, a little bit of a pantry, and then this will be your laundry room. The nice thing too, this will actually lead outside. And if I show you out here, you're gonna have a nice little patio, a little deck area too. And this way over here, you will have maybe peekaboo water views seasonally, but this will be this will be west facing, so you will have some really nice sunsets. Now going through this way, this will be the primary bedroom over here. And then you'll have the bathroom through here, and then dual vanity, glass shower and bathtub, and then a pretty good decent sized closet in here too. So again, so these are all listed by Alliance Properties. So this whole development. So here's the view of the kitchen again. Here's the living room. And then going down. So as you mentioned, you'll see throughout the windows trail systems, and you're gonna be able to see just kind of what they've done around the neighborhood. But this way here, have a smaller room in here. And then you'll have the bathroom in here. And then you're gonna have the last bedroom right this way with the closet. So again, you know, these homes are built for people who want to downsize and are, you know, first-time home buyers, really anybody who's needing that 1,600 to 2,000 square foot house. This is your garage, so you will enter the home from the back side, and then you would, you know, go up this way. And then if you were to go out here, this would give you a little bit of room for just kind of a little outside patio. So you're not gonna have much of a yard on this one, but at least you'll have something for your pets or whatnot. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that tour of the new King Mountain community here. Phase 1 is underway. It's December 2025. More is to come. Please, if you're looking at buying a house here in Bellingham, or if you're looking at moving to the area, I've helped so many of you guys relocate here to Bellingham or in Whatcom County. So reach out to me. It doesn't matter if you're 6 months or a year away. I am used to it. I want you guys to have the most information as best as you can to make a really good informed decision on where and what areas you want to buy in. So again, my name is Aldo with the Levain Real Estate team here in Bellingham with Windermere Real Estate. All my information will be down below. If anything, reach out to us, give us a call, shoot us a text, or just fill out the form from our website. So again, guys, hope you have a great day, and we'll see you next time.